Breaking down Nas100, right? So let me just remove everything here for you all guys so you can actually get the whole picture going. So what I'm going to do is, right, I'm not going to explain each and every level that I have here because I only have like 10 minutes to actually explain everything, which is not going to be enough, but we're going to try. Okay, so let me just mark out my levels, and then as I'm marking out the levels, I'm going to try actually explain them as we go, right? But yeah, so currently I'm on the 4 hourly time frame, right? Just marking out my important levels. For instance, this is my 4 hourly high, 4 hourly low, break of structure right here, and then from there, yeah, I guess that's that for the 4 hourly time frame. Then we're gonna jump down to the hourly time frame. On the hourly time frame, so you can actually see everything. I'm going to be marking out my breaks of structure basically, right? Some of the important breaks of structure, which we had one right here. Actually, you know what, let's just, yeah, this is good enough for me. Had a break of structure there, and then we also had this break of structure, which when I actually dropped down to the 15 minute, right? This is where I actually got my order block from. This is where I got my OB from, right? Let me just mark that out as a break of structure. Okay, also have this break of structure, but I don't think you can see it clearly, right? So what do we have now? We have our 4 hourly high, 4 hourly low. We have this trading range that we're in right now from this low to this high over here, right? This is the range that we're looking for entries in, basically, right? And then on the hourly time frame, we have this break of structure. Then we have this break of structure too, right? And from there, we're gonna jump down to the 15-minute time frame. This is where now we're gonna be looking for our POIs, right? Basically, we're looking for unmitigated order blocks or unmitigated OBs, right? So we actually have one here, right? And then obviously we are going to refine it as we drop down time frames. And we also have another POI here, which I'm actually anticipating that the market is going to come here and mitigate before we actually continue to the upside, right? But now within that, there's this 4 hourly low here, right? I could actually place a POI, but now the thing is, this low here was actually mitigated, or this order block here was mitigated. If we look to the left, we actually had an order block here, but for the video's purpose, I'm not going to make it long, right? But just keep in mind that if price does eventually come here, right, it wouldn't actually surprise me if it starts buying from here. But I doubt price will come here because we've already mitigated, right, the orders from this side. Basically, the POI or order block has already been mitigated, right? So I'm not going to mark it out for this video's sake, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump down to the 3 minutes actually, because that's where I think the order block is actually clear, right? We can actually see it, right? Yeah, it's within this candle, yeah, because it was unmitigated, right? We had a clear breakout and we're still waiting for it to mitigate to actually continue price to the upside. What actually happened, right, when we push price to the left. Okay, I think I might have over refined it, but nah, it's fine for me. Honestly, it's fine. How many pips? 5 pips. Nah, it's fine. It's not really that deep, right? So now we have everything we need to trade, right? We have our breaks of structures, we have our 4 hourly highs, we have our 4 hourly lows, and so forth. Let me just adjust this. And please bear in mind with me, guys, I don't have my glasses with me, so if you do see some unclear touches within the market, I don't have my glasses with me, you see. For instance, I missed that by a few wicks or a few pips, but yeah. Okay, so from here, what do? Now we want to jump down to our 5 minute time frame. Now I want to explain what happened on Friday, NFP, right? So since I'm always looking for buys within the market, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to invert my chart, so I can actually continue looking for buys, though it sells. It's basically it helps me take sells, right? Because I'm not used to analyzing for sells within the market, right? But that's a story for another day. So on the 5 minute time frame, right? Now this is NFP, right? On the 5 minute time frame, right? We had this here. We had this break of structure, right? Our BOS, right? And then obviously we had this low here. Let me just change it to a line. So what happened was the market broke out. I think this was 230, right? The market broke up to the upside, breaking this structure here, breaking this range here that we had this, because this was our high, this is our low. We broke out. Now the move that broke this structure, right? So the order block basically lied where? It lied within this candle. This was the last bullish candle before the break, but since my charts are inverted, this is the last bearish candle before the break of structure, basically before the move up, right? So what I did was, let me just make sure this is clear. So what I did was I had my order here, like so, and I had like a 5 pip stop. Yeah, 5 pip stop, and then obviously targets were what? My 15-minute POI, right? Which is actually a beautiful trade for me, but I didn't enter it because my broker, I don't know if you experienced the same thing for the past 2 weeks or so with, okay, let me not name the broker, but just South African brokers, when high volatility or liquidity enters the market, our brokers just freeze, but this is a story for another day. It also happened at 3:30 again, but for the sake of the video, I'm going to keep it short, right? So our targets were our POI, our 15-minute POI. Okay, let me just change that into a POI, right? And then what happened was when we got here, right, I already had sell orders, but my broker was not working, right? But yeah, that's a story for another day. I had basically it's buys, it's not sells, guys, because my charts are inverted, right? I had buy orders from here, right? And then my targets were this POI here, which I'm going to mark out now, right? Let me just mark it out so you can actually follow what was going on. So my POI here was this breakup structure because we had this breakup structure here, right? After we had that breakup structure, now we were looking for what? The last bearish, actually bullish candle. But I think you guys can follow now, since I already told you that my charts were inverted. We're looking for the last bullish candle before the break of structure, but it also took a sell there because it tapped our POI. So technically speaking, for the following week, we should be looking for buys because we had a break of structure and we came back to tap the last, actually tap our OB or POI to the upside. Okay, guys, I'm left with like 30 seconds or something, but I think you can actually follow. Damn, what did I just do? You can actually follow, right? We're looking for what? Continuation to the upside or continuation to the downside, since my chart is inverted, right? And then obviously I think, but guys, I'm running out of time. Yeah, I'm just going to post the pictures on Instagram because I'm left with like 20 seconds, but I think you can actually follow, right? Because also have another POI here. This is where basically I'm expecting the market to reverse to the upside, but for now I'm short.